Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls 3 playthrough. Today we're gonna be taking on the boss of this area. We're gonna go say hi to the big giant up there and hopefully just finish this area off. And I don't know when I'm gonna be starting the next area. Next area is gonna be... It's not that big of an area. The boss isn't that hard, especially with this weapon. I'm used to doing all the way back here. Yeah, it should be pretty easy, but I'll probably do that next episode, get it all through in one episode. So this time you just want to go across this bridge. Last time we went down there. This is the reason why we do this twice. Because watch out for that guy in the back, he throws firebombs. Yeah, they can hurt a lot. There's a guy in there, there's a guy in there. And you go pick up this item. If you pick up this item first, those two guys will attack you. Let's go drop something. Work a hat. He's sexy as hell. So this guy's got a flame burge. It hurts. I don't see how a little guy like that can swing a big long sword, but anyways. Look how long it takes you to open those tiny ass doors. It's like it's all rusted hinges and shit. Dead. You can go up and around. I'll show you where. I don't like going up there. You just have to deal with a bunch of those thralls, which are the little guys. No, just killed. You go through these boxes and you go around. I'd never go that way. There's items that I don't even care about over there. A few souls, maybe throwing knives. I can't remember. You can get a specific covenant if you go that way, but I never do it, so I don't really care. So you want to drop down here, roll into this guy if he aggroes onto you. This other guy, sometimes he aggroes onto you, sometimes he doesn't, depending on where he is, to be honest. You don't want to stay up there because there's guys throwing firebombs and they are explosive barrels up there, so you just want to drop straight down, sit at the bonfire, get all my heals back. So over there, that's the boss room. You can't get through it on this side. It's the other side you gotta go. But you want to go this way to go become friends with the giant. Because that's what we do. Become friends with big giant creatures. And then you become friends with this guy as well. I'll let skip his dialogue. You can read it another time if you want. So he's the pyromancer. You just spam X. Get through his dialogue. He just says, do you want to learn about pyromancies? And you're like, yeah, I'll still learn about pyromancies, and then he teleports back to your firing shrine. To get a drop attack on this guy first. Otherwise, he can be an issue. Once you get used to killing him, he's kind of easy, but I'm trying to give little hints to all the noobs out there. So over here, it's your first clutch ring, fire clutch ring. So what they do, they boost that specific thing, so that will boost pyromancies, or fire attacks, not just pyromancies, so weapons that do fire damage as well, fire bombs, stuff like that, but it also increases the amount of damage you take. So it's a high risk, high reward type of thing. It does like 15% extra, I believe. That guy got stuck on the bridge, which is kind of annoying. So there's a group of people that are supposed to run off, or run along the bridge. We'll walk across the bridge and then walk all the way up there. I'm going to go in here first because I just want to open this up and get this item here. This is basically the main parrying tool that I use. My laptop just dinged. I don't know what happened. It's the Kestis. So it's a quick parry. It's really light, offhand. Killed the big rat. As I said, this weapon is kinda busted, especially early game. It's ridiculous. Just walk through enemies. Okay, so that's the bonfire that we went to earlier, that we went all the way around. You can just go originally this way, but there's stuff the other way that you sometimes want to go. Down there, you need to go back to the filing shrine to buy an item. A key. It's called the grave key, I believe. No, the cell key, I think. something like that. After you get some ash, which I'll be getting in a bit. I'm gonna heal up first, because these guys chuck their pots at you. This guy will aggro first, and then roll through that, and there you go. So we're going this way because this is the tower with the giant on it. That's Morn with the big hammer. You can get his. Actually, I might go for his hammer, because that is a strength faith weapon. Requires 50 strength to use, but fun nonetheless. Ow. So this will go straight up. You always miss that. It's impossible to get. These guys will aggro and de-aggro. It's really confusing. They won't kill Onion Bro. That's Onion Bro, by the way. He's best bro. He's just chilling at the moment. He just chills. He has his own storyline, like most NPCs in the game. Bye, dude. So, you want to go up. This is a 2 elevator system. There's a few of them in the game. But this is the first one you run into. So, first you want to go over here. Get this soul. And run back over. Don't forget that you send that down. So you want to set that down, so Solaire or Onion Bro can come back up on it when you call it up. So we talk to the giant, and he's just like, "Who are you?" And then, "My name's Makepeace." And yeah, that's the engagement with it. And then that's all he says. And then that's his bow. It's massive. If you kill him, you get the Hawk Ring. Increases bow damage. If you're using a bow build, of course. But I've never done a bow build, honestly. Never really plan on it either. There's nothing else up here. Even in New Game Plus runs, there's nothing up there. There's no like New Game Plus rings or anything. So you call the elevator back up. So I believe the further you get into the game, he might walk around, because he can't shoot from here. He can't help you in the other spots. Because one of the other spots, it's the Grand Cathedral. I know, what is that? Yeah, that is the Grand Cathedral. One of the other spots is like right at the tip of my sword. There. Yeah, he won't be able to shoot from over there, so I think he does move around. I've never really looked to see if he does move around, but logic is flawless. Okay, so now we want to go down the elevator. Check which side you want to come off. You want to come off this side, and then you come off here. You get up closer, you take no fall damage, obviously. Talk to Solaire a bit. Don't think you have to. Now you're gonna go fight your first mini boss. So you just jump down a bit. Go aggro it. Bring it back up here. And Onion Bro will help, because he is the best bro. He is the guy that I want to have as my best man at my wedding. So he's pretty easy to dodge. Just hug his brains. Don't let him land on you like that. So you haven't upgraded your heals, so he's angry. Don't knock me off the ledge. Don't knock Solaire off the edge. Solaire can't respawn, so okay, we're stun locking him. That's good. I believe he can do an explosion that does a lot of damage, but he's dead now. And you talk to Solaire, he sits down. He's just like, Segra, which is the beer of this world. He gives you toast as an emote, and then you talk to him when he goes to sleep, and he gives you sleep. Because he's a big boy with the big armor. You don't want to be walking around the big armor all day, so he needs to sleep. Even though it'd be quite hot to go sleeping in the sun like this, I think there's a sun. I bet there's a sun later, so it has to be one now, right? So you knock that down, knock this down. Come back over here, pick this one up. Sometimes you can pick that one up before it falls on the ground, but yeah. Pick this armor set up. Of course, put it on if you started as a deprived. This is the same armor set you get if you start as a warrior. Fun fact. So it dingles a bit. So you want to hug this left side. You don't have to deal with these faggots. They drop down. They don't drop down until you get near the item or around halfway through the room. There's another one there, but you want to deal with these dogs first. So you want to aggro this dog, pull him out. If he wakes up, either. Okay, so this chest is a proper chest, but hold the left hand side. Not hold it. And just roll through there. You can get stun locked between the two of them. And then you got two fat bitches. Ow. They can hit through walls. Like when you try to attack a wall, sometimes, you break your wrist. You're like, ding! You like bounce off it. But they just hit through walls because they don't care. Flynn's ring increases your damage for the lighter your equip load. Does barely anything in this game. Apparently it was busted in the original game, I mean. So this is a little fun little jump. So there's a little ledge over there. I think you gotta jump. Yeah, you gotta jump. You can't just sprint off. And you fall down more. So the more dex you have, the less fall damage you have. So if you level up your dex, you would have taken a lot less damage than I did. So yeah, come out here. Don't think there's another item out here, so yeah. I think there's a ring back there in new game +2 for a +2 ring. Yeah. So here we got the boss room. Remove. Put barbarians on there. And then show bonfire so I can level up. And then we'll be moving on to the rest of the first route, and then the boss, and then I'll get to the next area, and then yeah, I'll finish. So first, always you want to sell your souls, just so you can get as many levels as you can. So yeah, I just went from 15 to 21,000, I think I was at 15, got up to 20. So I believe I now can one-hand the claymore, because it's 16, yeah. Still better two-handed, but it does have a pretty good one-handed moveset. So that's Andre, and this is Cornex, the Pyromancer. So he gives you a Pyromancy Flame if you don't start as a Pyromancer. And you got to talk to him to upgrade your Pyromancy Flame. So if you're being a Pyromancer, you have to get him, basically. Otherwise you don't be doing no damage. And he's like where you get a lot of your spells, like your pyromancies. So we go to the dilapidated bridge. And we start moving on. This is where we first get our first ashes, unless we kill someone in the filing shrine. First ashes, and then we get our first undead bone shard, which is used to upgrade how much healing each flask does. Like, I don't want to go on me. I do have an instant shot. I'm confident. I'm pretty sure I can beat this boss without getting a 7th one. Do you drop a machete? Nope. Machete's a fun weapon. That's what he's holding. So this is why. See all these arrows? Do you recognize them? Yeah. That was Giant. If you're not friends with the Giant, he will target you and he will do a lot of damage. So this, you can like just run straight over. It is safer to jump. I have fallen over, even though I'm confident with jumping over. That guy fell off the edge. So you don't really need to become friends with him to take out the enemies. Like, he does take out the enemies for you, but you just don't want to be hit by one of the arrows. So you aggro this guy out. So so you can also shoot him. You don't really have to deal with him. Come up here. He doesn't shoot all the way up here. Not what I believe anyways. So you go far out. Far out to the right when you pick up that item. So he can't hit you with a plunge attack. If you're too like far up, like if you're here or something, he will hit you with the plunge attack. So that was my first Ashes there. That just makes it so the Handmaiden, which is the Sully chick, you sell your souls to chick, can sell more items. And over there was my first Undead Bone Shard. That you use that at the main bonfire to upgrade your healing output. We'll jump over here. Get yourself a great scythe. I love the scythes. They didn't really put much effort into them. Like the stabbing, like the riposte animation is the same as a sword. Same as like a short sword or a dagger or something. So it's kind of stupid. So here we go. That's what I meant by you can only access it from this side. So these are the stairs that we were on earlier. And this is the boss room. You may be confused, but you may know what's going on. I know there's a bunch of guys on the ground praying. This is not how I usually do it, but I'm gonna do it this way to help you guys. So this guy is Red Eye's enemy, and as you guys know by now, Red Eye's enemies have more health, do more damage, shit like that. So you might want to go take him out first. So this is how you fight the boss. You just go and slap these ball sacks on his hands and on his ball sack as well. Like quite literally. Like he's got a ball sack. And a hand pops out of it. And one more. I don't know how that did not hit me. I don't even think I rolled. Okay, so that's first phase down. They're the only ones you can attack in the first phase. Always attack that one last. Destroy the other two, so the one on his leg and one on his hand first. So you can get as much damage as you can in. Then you fall down. Don't get too close, he can land on you. Watch out, the hand can grab you. If you don't break those balls fast enough, the hand will grab you. When he's laying down like this, there's ones up top that you can get. But if you do enough damage, you can just destroy. Just in case you're not doing enough damage. Yeah, so there's one on his right, his elbow up there. And if you're not doing enough damage at all, if he's not like laying down, you can attack the hand. The hand just takes regular damage, as like the hand is the enemy. So you can just fight it like that without destroying any of the balls after the, like in the second phase. So he gives you the kiln. What the kiln does allows you to transfer boss souls into boss weapons. If you kept the Wart soul, you can get a ring and a hammer. The hammer is good for PvP, but it's not that good for PvE. He can give you the Hollow Slayer Greatsword, which is honestly one of my favourite weapons in the game. A lot of people's favourite weapons in the game. So you go up, talk to this guy, you give him the transposing kiln. And then these are the weapons. It shows this one and this one early. I don't know why, but it's always done it. So this is the Storer Spear and the Hollow Slayer Greatsword. They're the two ones that you can get from the boss we just killed. The Storer Spear sucks completely. Like, there's no worse weapons. Actually there is, but it's pretty bad. It's one of the worst boss weapons. Almost all the bosses can only give two. Either it being a spell, shield, whatever. But there is a boss in the base game that gives you three. And I think a boss in the DLC that gives you 3? Maybe? In the second? I can't remember. The second DLC. No, Gale's only gives you... Okay. Ignore what I just said. So, first, let those guys go. The dog's gonna come over here, like it's supposed to. And I give it a jump scare. He might see me around the corner there, as they sometimes do. He's just a depressed little skinny dog with no eyes. That's horrifying. I literally just realised that they have no eyes. So this is where we want to go. I want to go back over here. I would go down there. Actually, I will go down there. Because she gives you faith stuff. And I want to get, like, faith stuff. Because that's what the build I'm doing. I might kill him on. I don't know. You have to get his hammer, you have to kill him. But if you become friends with the chick that's in jail, he helps you. So it's, like, really, like, confusing. What you should do. It's 50 strength required though, so I don't know if I should kill him or not. Cause what, I've got 16 strength. What level am I? Level 25 at 16 strength. Yeah. So here, this is our first Outrider. These guys are super aggro, super fast, and fairly tanky as well. These are like Bloodborne enemies. These are like the lycanthropes of Bloodborne. That's how I see them anyways. So he gives you his sword that he was sticking around. Kill him before you pick up the ember, because if you go to pick up the ember, he will probably just jump on you. So we get this bonfire. This is Road to Sacrifices. I want to actually get to the Crucifixion Woods. And then, yeah, I'm gonna go through here. There's only a few items in this little section. These guys turn into bird monsters. They're super aggro when they're bird monsters. Like they'll jump and everything. So I just kill them before they turn into bird monsters. Because they're kind of useless when they're not bird monsters. You got the shamans. They'll have like a screech that will make all nearby birdmen turn into birds. This guy's actually called a storyteller. And the other guys, I forget what they're called. I can't remember. So we're coming around here. Got a little secret area over here. You see this item in the first place. You got this NPC here. Just slap her up a bit. Back off. That weapon has an ability called Sharpen. And basically what happens is each attack that she does on you, or that weapon does on you, heals the user. It's a pretty fun weapon to go through the game with, especially one of the, not the next boss, but the boss after. You just out heal all the damage that it does, and you'll see why. If I remember, I'll tell you that's the boss I was talking about. So be careful. You can barely walk past that first guy that's laying on the ground. And if you attack him first, he usually gets bird mode before you kill him. So you want to be careful. You can slightly walk past him, but you don't want to roll because that will aggro him. And that won't be good. So the storyteller did a poison attack, which is... So this is a pregnant doggo. Literally it's just a slower dog. I believe it's a tiny bit more health, but yeah, it's got and it poisoned. That's literally the only difference. And I don't think it can teleport. Oh yeah, it can run through the wall though. This wall here. As you can see, this guy got stuck in the wall. It doesn't drop anything, so don't worry if it falls through the wall. You won't then get anything from it. And anything that dies from falling, you still get its souls, so don't worry about that. That's a bird enemy with red eyes. The rest of it you just want to run past. That's an ember up there. If you're running low on them, grab it. But yeah, you don't really need to. They don't come down here very often, unless you've aggroed them a lot earlier than you should have. You can just run straight across the bridge instead of dropping down and meeting the pregnant doggo, but that's when you aggro everybody. So you talk to both of them. They're the people you want that you get married to. Yeah, well, the one on the left is. So she's always the opposite gender. That's Henry. Henry of Astora. So if you're a female character, it will be a male. If you're a male character, it will be a female. Because this game doesn't support gay sexuality. Just kidding. I don't know what From Software supports. So the two enemies that are on my screen right now, so the dog and the branch people, both are weak to fire. Apparently holding a branch makes you weak to fire. Like, I'm holding something that will catch on fire, that makes me weak to fire. Yeah. Not one hand here, so I can hit both of them at the same time. I got a pike, even though they're using branches. So if you didn't drop down off the side, you'd just walk down here, fight these two enemies first. Okay, I just want to see if this is quicker. I think it's around the same speed. If you're two-shotting it, I think it's still around the same speed. I see, would have just walked down here. Another Tono shot here. How many of them do I have? 7. So I can get this to +3. So upgrading a weapon requires, well, basic weapons require basic Titanite, large Titanite, and Titanite chunks, right? It requires 2, 4, and then 6. So 12 all up. These guys poison me, don't worry about it. And because it's already at +2, I can get it to +3. And then once it's at +3, you need to use large Titanite, and then you do the exact same thing. So 2, 4, and 6. And then once you're at level 6, it requires Titanite chunks, which is then 2, 4, and 6 again. And then once it at +9, you need a Titanite slab to max it out. Those weapons, like boss weapons, they use Titanite scales. And then there's Twinkly Titanite, which is used on special weapons that aren't from bosses. So unique weapon, well, not always unique, but special weapons. So that Erythral Straight Sword that I got, this frosty one, that requires Titanite Twinklies. So keep that in mind when you're upgrading weapons. I'm at 20,000 souls. This is where I was gonna end, so yeah, I ended here. So this is the Crucifixion Woods. Big crabbo. Another big crabbo in the background. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I was a lot more quiet. My throat's hurting. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.